Good morning. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders, big exaggerated rolls, forward, up, back, and down. Get your chest movement into it, rounding forward, arching back. Go the other direction, back, up, forward, back, up, forward. Have that undulation through your spine all the way through your head. And bring yourself up to tall spine. Root through your sit bones. Relax your hands in your lap. Kind of rock side to side on either sit bone. Just a tiny bit. Find center. Center between the pubic bone and the tailbone, and center between each sit bone. Imagine that there's a rod right down through the center of your being, coming right through your crown of your head. And your body is supported around that rod. Instead of imagining that the back is the rod is down the center of the body. So you can relax your low back muscles, relax your hips. Imagine that your abdominal wall is hugging that rod in the center of your body, just gently engaged. You can still take nice deep breaths. I want you to drop your right ear over to the right side. And I want you to take your left hand to the side and just twist it back and forth like you're twisting a knob at your hip. Keep twisting, but go to wide fingers, opening and closing your palm to the front and to the back. Pause with your palm facing forward. Press your elbow in close to your body. Open your palm back towards the back of your hip. And just tuck your chin forward. And then bring it back to the side. And then forward. And back to the side. Forward one more time. Back to the side and hold and breathe. Relax your hand back in your lap, tuck your chin, roll to the other side. Slide your right hand off your lap and twist. You're twisting a knob. And then open your palm, keep twisting, opening forward and back. Hot flash. And pause with the palm face forward. Tuck the elbow in closer to the body and then open the palm back towards the back of the hip, back to the chair. Tuck your chin forward. And then bring it back up to the side and forward. And back up. And forward. Back up and hold. Deep breath. Relax your hand, tuck your chin and roll forward. Tuck your chin in nice and tight so it feels like it squeezes through your voice box. Then scoop your chin forward, up to the ceiling. Reach tall. Like that rod is now coming out through underneath your chin, through your throat. Lower down, nice and gentle. All the way down in, tuck the chin in nice and tight. Squeeze with the voice box. Then scoop your chin forward, down, forward, and up. Lengthen that rod through the center of the body, right out underneath the chin. Reaching, like someone's pulling your chin up. And feel your abs engage as you reach up to the ceiling. And gently bring your head back to neutral. Well, got to put the hair up because the hot flash is just too much to deal with. So I have a trusty little thing in my shirt. All right. Hands on your lap. Turn your head to the right. Take your left hand and slide it in the small of your back, but draw your belly in so you don't have the tendency to arch. Just slide it back there, rest it on the chair, on your hips. Drop your chin down. Take your right hand out at shoulder level, the palm is up. And I want you to bend your elbow and put that hand on the crown of your head, you know, like the Michael Jackson move, like you're holding on to your hat. And just put a little weight at the crown of your head. Don't pull, just relax that arm. Use the heel of the hand to press the head back up. Relax that arm down. Turn your head forward, slide the arm out. Shake it out. We're going to do all that stuff on the other side. Turn your head left. Still sweating over here. Slide your right hand in the small of your back. Draw your belly in. We just relax that hand back there. Keep your rod straight. Left arm out at shoulder level, palm up. Bend the elbow, Michael Jackson move. Put your hand on your hat, your head, and just relax the hand, providing a little bit of weight to the head. Press through the heel of your hand, bring your head back up. Relax your hand down, head forward, arm out. Roll your shoulders, move your head around, release any tension. Goodness gracious. You know, anybody that watches these videos gets to see all this because I don't edit any of this out. So if I'm telling you about my sweat, it's happening on my videos too. All right, hands on your shoulders. Open your elbows out to the side. Lengthen through the crown. I want you to do upper body twists, just a little twist to warm up the spine. Don't overdo it. Keep the belly pulled in. Keep your belly button facing straight forward. So that keeps you from twisting too far. Twist to the right, gently, slowly, as far as you feel comfortable. Check the belly button. Did you leave it facing forward? Right elbow down, left elbow up. Come back up to elbows parallel to floor. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Coming back up, twist at the front. And it's just do tiny twists side to side. Twist left, as far as you can comfortably, slowly. And then check that belly button, make sure it's forward. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Back to neutral. And right elbow down, left elbow up. Come back up, slowly twist forward. Fingertips on the back of your head. You're not pushing, you're just holding, as if you're trying to hold your hair up. Right elbow down, left elbow up. Take it down as far as you can comfortably without squishing your breath. You should be able to still take deep breaths. And slowly transition to the other side. Check your breath. Don't go so far that you're squishing. You need to be able to breathe. Slowly come back up. And relax. Arms all the way down, palms up. Chin lifts. Take the backs of your hands off of the thighs and open up, thumbs leading. Keeping your elbows as close as possible. Big breath into your chest. Head down, hands forward. And relax your hands, relax your shoulders. Scooch forward a tiny bit. You can either put your hands on the seat behind you, or you can grab the back part of the chair if you would like. I'm going to turn to the side so it's easier to see. So just forward a little bit. So hands are either here or here. You're going to draw the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Pull the belly button into the spine. Lift the chest, lift the head. Squeeze to the back. You can have your eyes closed or you can look to the ceiling. And slowly let everything melt back down to neutral. And relax and roll. Roll, twist, turn, whatever feels good. Right, we're going to do some leg, lower body. So I want you to turn to the side, one cheek on, one cheek off. Drop your knee. Now you can roll up something and put it under your ankle. Sock, a towel, blanket. Or you can come up on your toes. I don't care which one you do today. Sometimes I'm specific, sometimes I'm not. I think I want toes for some reason. Just feel like I do. Keep your hips level. Now we've worked before where we've dropped our hip down. I want you to keep your hips level, both hip bones facing directly forward. Stack your shoulder, hip, and your knee. Walk that foot back further or bring it forward if the knee is not in line with the shoulder. I want you to squeeze this dropped glute and I want you to tuck your tail forward. Increase the stretch in that front hip and thigh. You're going to take that dropped hand, that dropped arm, palm up. You're going to inhale, look up, lift up, reach up, squeeze. Keep the butt squeezed. Lean to the back of the chair. Breathe. Come back up tall. Arm down, head down. Release the butt. Slide that leg out straight. Toes up. Take your outside arm, bring it to the outside. Reaching to the right. Take it to the front. Reach. I want you to reach those fingertips out as far as you can with a flat back. Toes are to the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Exhale, round your shoulders, drop your head, let the hand float down. Your toes lifted. Get that nice stretch up the back of the leg. You can massage the back of the leg if you want to, the calf, the hamstring. Try not to lock out your knee. Pull your belly in, slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Yeah, you're nice and tall. Put your foot on the floor. Take your right arm back out to the side, deep breath. Exhale, twist over the back of your chair. You can't reach the chair, then you can take the hand to the shoulder or to the hip. And then get your belly button facing forward over your knees again. So it untwists you a little bit in the lower body. Slowly relax, release the hand, walk yourself around to the other side. One cheek on and one off, hold the back of the chair. I would do whatever you did on the other side, whether you up on your back toe or you are relaxed on a blanket or block or pillow or whatever. Stack your shoulder, hip, and knee. Rearrange that foot to get that knee lined up. Lengthen through the crown, that dropped glute, squeeze, tuck your tail forward. Stretching into the front of that hip and thigh. Good stuff. Dropped arm, palm is facing forward. Inhale it forward and up. Follow the hand with your eyes, looking up, reaching up. Squeeze that glute. And then lean a little bit to the back of the chair. Not a lot, just a tad. Straighten yourself back up. Allow the arm and head to come back down. Bring the arm up to the outside and twist the arm across towards the back of the chair or the hip, wherever you can reach, whatever feels good. Hand could also be on the shoulder instead. And then try and get that belly button over that front knee. And relax. Forward, release that leg. Take that leg forward, all the way forward, toes are up. All right, nice deep. Inhale, reach that arm forward, lengthen forward as you lean forward. Reach through the fingertips, keep a tall spine, soft knee, deep breath. Exhale, round your shoulders, drop your head, let the hand float down. Massage the back of the leg if you want. Keep that micro bend in the knee so it's not locked out. Flexed foot. Pull your belly in, roll yourself up. All the way tall. Bend the knees so the feet are together. We're going to twist again to the back. Inhale halfway. Exhale, rotate across. Find the spot for your hand. Then untwist enough to make your belly button over your knees. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And slowly untwist. Walk yourself forward. Shake out your legs. Roll your shoulders, twist your body, whatever feels good to release any tension. We're going to stand up and we are going to work on tree. I know that it's so super exciting for nobody except me. So stand with your chair to your left, or we're going to work on the right side first. The chair's there for balance. Put all your weight on your left foot. I want you to bring the right heel leaning up against the left leg, and the right toes are on the floor. And I want you to open your knee out as much as your hip mobility will allow. So the more you open and you start to feel your hips open to that side, it's too far. Hip bones need to stay facing forward and open your knee to the outside. If you start to feel like your hip bones are rotating, back off your knee a little bit. Squeeze through your glutes to help support. And then I want you to lift from your toes, ankle, knee, thigh, as if you're drawing, you're pulling all of those muscles up through the crown of your head. Keeps you from sticking that hip out. I want the hip to be pulled in. Hold on to the chair lightly if possible. Find a focal point. Breathe. You can hold on to the chair and only do this with one arm if you want to. Inhale, arm up. And then bring the hand right down in front. If you're only doing one, it's just the one-sided. And then take that toe off the mat. Squeeze your butt. Check your hips. Make sure they're not starting to rotate. Slide it up to the calf. That's as far as we're going to go today. We're not going to go any higher. Breathe. Keep that focal point. Bore into it with your eyes. Inhale that arm or arms up. Exhale, down and release. Shake it out. All right, we're going to switch sides. You can move your chair around to the other side, or you can just turn around, whichever works. Weight on the right foot. Left heel leaning against the above the ankle, toes on the floor. Open your left knee without rotating hips. Especially if you've had a replacement or any hip injuries, you may have, it's going to be different on either side. Squeeze through your butt. Draw everything up, lengthening, engaging that quad, hamstring, glute. Feel like you're gently being pulled up and lengthening. Find that focal point, bore into it. One or two arms, inhaling up. And then come down to the chest. Your one-sided prayer if you're using one arm. Find the focal point and lift the toes off the mat or floor. Squeeze the butt. Check the hip bones. Make sure they're not rotating. And then slide up to calf. Breathe. Inhaling, arm up, arm, whichever. Exhale down and release the foot. All right, we're going to go switch sides again and we're going to go faster. So weight on the left foot, toes on the floor on the right. Inhale, arm or arms come up and you lift your toes off the mat. Exhale down. Inhale back up, foot to calf. Exhale, release. Check it out, other side. See, I told you to go faster. Weight on the right foot, left toes on the mat. Inhale, arm or arms up, toes off the mat. Exhale down to chest. Inhale up, foot to calf. Exhale, release. Shake it out. All right, put your chair in front of you. I'm going to turn mine to the side so you can still see. You're going to put the chair in front of you and you're going to take your feet out to about chair width, toes faced out to a 45-degree angle. You're going to hinge right there at your hip bone. Come forward, hands to either side of the chair and rock your butt side to side. Get that inner thigh stretch. Flatten your back as if you were holding a tray of drinks. Knees are soft. You're not locking your knees out, and you're rocking as far to one side and the other as you can. All right, rock your hips to the right and hold. Keep your knees slightly engaged. Take your weight forward and back a little bit to find the sweet spot in the left inner thigh. Get a good stretch out of it. Take your right hand over with your left hand. Squeeze your right shoulder towards your left hip. Little deeper stretch. Lift your left toes a little bit more. And if you're really feeling adventuresome, you can lift your right arm up next to your ear, reaching it to that front left corner. Add some abs at the same time. Breathe. Arm down. Take your hand over to the right. Bring your chest over with it. Slide your hips back to center and then just rock back and forth. Soft knees. Hips to the left. Take your weight forward and back a little bit to find that sweet spot. Keep the knee engaged. Don't let it lock out. And then take your left arm over with your right one. Squeeze your right shoulder towards your right hip. And just to make it interesting again, left arm comes up next to your ear, reaches towards that front right corner. Breathe. Hand comes down first, take it over to its left side. Bring your shoulders over, back to center, slide your hips back to center and rock side to side. Rock forward up onto your tippy toes. Stretch through your feet. Flat foot, push your hips back. Take the weight off of your forefoot. Bend into your knees a little bit and open up through the glutes. Stretch the backs of your legs. Lower your chest a little bit to have a little more stretch. Breathe. And then rock yourself forward up on your tiptoes again. Stretch out your feet. Down flat foot, push your hips back. Lift the weight off your forefoot. Reach through your glutes. And come forward, shake out your legs. All right, I want you to walk your feet so that they're, I would say, wherever it is right underneath your hips, I want you to walk it out like a whole foot width. That makes sense to you. All right, I want you to take your weight back, just like we did when we had wider legs. Weight back, bend into the knees a little bit more. And I want you to take your knees open over your ankles. So peek down there and make sure that your knees are over your ankles. Your feet can be forward or wherever they're comfortable. Put the knees over the ankles and your butt back like you have a chair back there you're going to sit on. Squeeze your butt. Bend down a little bit more in the knees. You're just like hovering over that chair. Breathe. Straighten your back. Look forward. Squeeze the butt, strong legs. You're going to take a nice deep breath and we're going to rock it up. All right. Big breath. Exhale all the way up and release. Woo. Strong legs. Shake them out. We're going to go to the floor now. So move your chair out of the way. whatever you've got. And we're going to go straight to our back. My goodness. Laying all the way back onto the floor. And either draw your knees up and roll, or you can rock your hips side to side, flopping your knees for a moment, whichever one feels better. All right, both feet flat on the floor, hip width distance about a foot away from your glutes. And I want you to lift the toes on your right foot, engage through the glute and the thigh, and slide that heel slowly out to straight leg, nice and slow. And feel the alignment of the hip, knee, and ankle, all staying lined up all the way out, and then slide it back in nice and slow. Keep the knee lined up with the ankle and the hip all the way in, and go back to flat foot. Switch sides, lift the toes on the left foot, engage and slide out nice and slow. See if your knee tries to go inward or outward. Once you're all the way out, slide it back in where it needs to be, flat foot. Switch right toes up, engage and slide out, and slide back up. The tendency is for the knee to go inward, and we don't want it to go inward. Switch side, left side, toes up, slide out, and slide up. Flat foot. I want you to keep the left foot on the floor and lift the right off the floor, just like an inch off the floor, not very far. And be mindful of your knee. Your knee, whatever degree of bend your knee is in, is going to remain in that degree of bend. So draw the knee in to the chest, open it to the outside. You're like doing a circle with the top of your knee, rolling it open out, down, and then close it back to where it's just hovering over the mat. So you have a big outside circle, drawing the knee up, roll it out, down, around, and then rolling it back into center to hover. One more time of this direction. You don't have to take it out to the furthest point. You can have much smaller circles if you want. Now we're going to go the other direction. Open the knee out, draw it up and in, and back down to hover. Open the knee out, around, up, in, and down. One more. Out, around, up, in, and down. Relax that leg. Just rock your hips back and forth. Flop your knees. We're going to do the other side. All right, knees in the air. Stabilize on the right side, lift the left side off the mat, just to let it hover. Keep that degree of bend in your knee. Bring the knee up into the chest, then roll it out to open, down and around, back to neutral. Bring it back into the chest, out, down and around, back to neutral. Bring it back up into the chest, out, down and around. You don't have to pull it way into the chest. Back to neutral. We're going to go the other direction. Open the knee out, bring it up and around and in, and then back down to hover. Open out, down, around and in, back to hover. One last time, all the way down and around and in and back onto the floor. Rock your hips side to side. Bring your left knee in, straighten out your right leg. Hold on to your left shin or back behind your left thigh, whichever is more comfortable. I'll soft flex of the right foot so the toes stay facing the ceiling. Activate your right glute, your right thigh, keeping your knee slightly bent. Toes flexed and breathe. Take a deep breath. Exhale, draw that knee in a little bit more. Lift head, nose to knee. Lower down nice and slow. And relax the grip on your leg. I want you to take your right hand on the outside of that thigh, engage your glutes, and I want you to press through your right hand on your left hand, sorry. Left hand on the floor, right hand is helping you roll to the right. Keep your glutes engaged, keep your thighs engaged, keep both of your feet flexed. Now we did this the other day that if you just relax your glutes, everything kind of compresses. You keep them engaged, keeps them stacked better. You can keep your top left leg bent or you can straighten it out for T-band stretch. I've now switched to make my right hand more of a kickstand for my left leg. Breathe. Bend your knee. Roll yourself back. Right foot on the floor, left knee in. Realign your hips and shoulders if you got out of whack. Holding on to the right shin or thigh and straightening out the left leg. Gentle flex of the left foot. Engage the glute and the quad on the left side. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, squeeze that right in, lift head, nose to knee. And lower slowly back down. Releasing the grip on the leg. Left hand on the outside of the thigh. Right arm comes to the floor so you can use it to push. Engage both glutes. Rotate to the left. Keep everything engaged so it stays stacked. It doesn't compress. Both feet are flexed. Breathe. And if you want to straighten that top leg, the right leg, you can. Just transition your left hand to be under that inner thigh to give it some support. Squeeze through your butt. Get a good stretch through your T-band. Bend your knee. Roll yourself back. And both feet on the floor. Realign your spine, center yourself back up. If you got out of whack, walk your feet to the outside edges. And let's just do some flopping side to side. Both knees over to the right, rolling up on the outside edges of your feet. You can put a support block or blanket or something under the right thigh for your back. The weight of your leg starts to draw your back into an arch, which may not feel comfortable. So you can bring the floor up to the level that's more comfortable for your back. Place your arms in cactus. Squeeze your left glute. Press your left hip forward. Turn your head left. Breathe into that front left hip and thigh. Relax the right side. And release the glute. Pull the belly in, lift the head, lift the legs up, heads forward, rock side to side again. And both knees right, rolling up onto the outside edges of your feet. Putting support underneath the left thigh if you need to for the back. Putting the arms back in cactus if you move them. Squeeze the right glute. Press the right hip forward. Relax the left leg. Turn the head to the right. Breathe into that right low belly. Relax the glute, draw the belly in, knees up, head forward, and flop side to side again. Release any tension. All right, walk your feet closer together. Straighten your right leg. I want you to engage all the muscles that you would need to lift your right leg about 2 inches off of the ground. Your glute, your hamstring, your thigh, whatever muscle you would need, you just kind of play around and figure it out how you could, what muscles you need to lift your calf muscle, straight leg, about 2 inches off the ground. I don't want you to lift it though. Engage everything like you're getting ready to lift and then push into your left foot. Lift like you want to lift the right leg, you're pushing into the left foot. Breathe. Feel the engagement and relax everything. Slide your right leg in, straighten your left leg out. Now play around with your left leg. Find all the muscles that you need to lift it 2 inches off the ground. Engage them all. Lift if you want to, but you don't have to, and press into the right foot. Press through the thigh, quad. Breathe. And relax. Slide the left leg in. Slide the right leg out. Right leg is flexed. Now I want you to take the right leg and press it into the ground. The butt, the thigh, the calf, the heel of the foot. Press it down towards the ground. On that right leg, straight leg, and then press into the left foot. Breathe. And relax everything. Slide the right leg in, straighten the left leg. Flex the left foot, press the whole left leg down into the floor. Glute, calf, heel, and then press into the right foot. Breathe. And relax. Either draw your knees into your chest and roll, draw your feet up and flop. Relax through the hips a little bit, release any tension, and prepare yourself for Savasana. Get all your creature comforts, your pillows, your bolsters, your eye masks, your jacket if you deem necessary. Take a moment and support your back. Survey your body from the crown of your head to the soles of your foot, palms of your hand. And I want you to take 3 big breaths where each breath you count to 6. Inhale 6, exhale 6. After that 3rd breath, just allow your breathing to return to normal. Relax. Come into the weight of your body. The weight of your body on the mat, on the floor. When you come into the weight of your body, it feels like everything just relaxes out. Your breath is light, soft. Survey your body again. Is everything supported? Everything comfortable for the moment? Relax through all 10 toes. Relax down the arch of your foot, top of your foot and into your heel. Get both feet to relax. Relax through your ankles, calves. Relax in the joint of the knee, down the thighs. Relax into the hips, the glutes, the pelvic floor. Relax your belly and your low back, your mid back, your chest. Feel the rise and fall as you breathe. Relax up over the tops of your shoulders, down your upper arm, forearm, palms of your hands and all 10 fingers. Feel the breath. Relax through the throat, back of the neck, the jaw, the eyes, and the forehead. Feel the heaviness of bones and skin and muscles and organs. Feel the dead weight onto the mat. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. And draw your awareness into your mind. What is your mind doing today? Is it bouncing around? Can it not settle? I want you to imagine in the mind's eye the flame of a candle. Imagine looking at that flame and watching it move and flicker with the little breeze in the room, steady and strong. Keep your focus on the flame of that candle. What is the color of your flame? Does it move a little bit with air or does it stay stable? Is your candle indoors or out? Is it on a table, on a windowsill? Is it long and skinny, wide, stable? Focus your attention on that flame. The melting wax. Something starts to try and interrupt that focus. Push it away. Take it back to the flame. Flickering in the darkness, maybe the dusk of night. But you can still see, you can make out shapes, you know where things are. But that flame is your only source of light. And imagine that you took that candle, you walked that candle gently, or with your hand cupping it so it didn't go out. You gently walked that candle, that flame, out of doors to a circled ring. Start a little fire and allow that flame to increase size in heat, changing colors, a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Imagine that flame encompasses the entire pile of wood, the circle. Flames going to the sky. Lots of light. Imagine that you could throw into that flame anything that doesn't serve you, that bothers you, that you're worried about. Throw your worries in there, releasing them, getting rid of them, enjoying the warmth, basking in the light. Allow the fire to burn away anything you no longer need, no longer want, emotionally, physically, mentally. Just let it go. Feel the fire slowly die. The flames getting smaller and smaller. The wood is but a pile of embers. The flame completely diminishes. Maybe there's a little bit of smoke. Maybe you still feel a little bit of heat. Setting yourself down, feeling the heat from the fire, gently lay back. Feel the earth beneath you. Feel your heavy weight. Releasing your heavy weight to the earth. Take a nice deep breath and fill your lungs. And then exhale yourself back into your space, into your body, into your heart, into your breath, into the sounds and the smells. Take a couple of more breaths. Begin wiggling your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your wrists and ankles around in circles. Make sure you go both directions. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Squeeze and release your glutes, shrug your shoulders, turn your head side to side. Create a little bit of movement throughout the body. Draw one knee in at a time, releasing your back, rolling over onto your side. Take a moment for gravity to transition from the back to the side. Breathe into it, relax. And then walk yourself up into a seated position, either legs out or legs crossed. Drop your head forward and just roll side to side a little bit. Slowly getting the rolls to be bigger and bigger till your ear is over the shoulder. Pause the ear over on the right side. Lift the chin slightly. Tuck and roll over to the left side, lifting the chin slightly. Tuck and roll back to center. Lift the head up to the ceiling and back down. Nice big yeses. 3 or 4 more of those. And come to neutral. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Lengthen from tailbone all the way up through the crown, tips of the fingers and down. And another breath. Inhale all the way up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale, hands down to the chest. Letting your eyes open back to your room, and namaste.